Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Have you ever stopped and wondered what the real environmental cost is for the stuff you buy every day? Well, today we're diving deep. We're on a quest to find the so-called green factory, and we're going to explore the science and the big ideas that could completely change how everything gets made. So, let's get into it. Okay, I know that sounds a little weird, right? But just stick with me here. This one question, believe it or not, gets right to the heart of how we can completely rethink manufacturing, cut down on waste, and, maybe build a more sustainable future. All right, first things first, let's set the stage. Why is this whole topic so incredibly important? Well, because the way we make things, it has a huge impact on our planet. I mean, think about it. From the smartphone right there in your pocket to the car you drive, the whole manufacturing process is just incredibly hungry for resources. So the big challenge for modern industry is to basically rewrite those stories, to create processes that are way more efficient, cleaner, and, ideally, circular. So if we're serious about making things greener, we obviously first need a way to measure what green even means. We need a reliable yardstick, a sustainability measuring stick. Is it about the materials it's made from? The energy that was used? What about the transportation? The short answer is, yeah, it's about all of that. And lucky for us, there's actually a tool designed to figure this whole thing out. It's called a life cycle assessment, or LCA for short. The best way to think about it is like a complete detective investigation for a product. It looks way, way beyond just what happens inside the factory walls. An LCA tracks everything. Seriously. It starts when the raw materials are first pulled out of the ground, it follows them through the factory, onto a truck, into your house, and then all the way to the recycling bin or, the landfill. It's basically a complete biography of a product's environmental footprint. So let's get back to our vodka question. A recent life cycle assessment did a head-to-head comparison. And the results? Well, the vodka made from expired bread had a way lower environmental impact than the vodka made from fresh virgin wheat. And that right there is the power of an LCA. It gives us the hard data to prove which method is really, truly greener. Okay, so once we can actually measure sustainability, how do we improve it? To answer that, let's head onto the factory floor to see where all the cool innovation is happening. Look, it's one thing to use better ingredients, that's great, but the real gains, the big wins, come from redesigning the factory itself. We're talking about a deep systematic rethink of every single step in the process. And this isn't some far-off science fiction. This stuff is happening right now. Sometimes really small changes can have a huge impact. Things like switching to biodegradable vegetable oils for machine lubricants, or redesigning systems to stop wasting so much heat, or even something as simple as cutting down on excess inventory in a car factory. Now, this is where things get even more interesting. As factories get more and more efficient, engineers have started to think beyond just counting kilowatts. It's a much deeper question. This leads us to this really powerful tool called exergy analysis. Think of it like this: not all energy is created equal, right? This analysis finds where the highest quality energy, the most useful stuff, is being wasted. For example, in a car plant, it can pinpoint exactly where super valuable high-grade heat is just escaping into the air, which then lets you capture that powerful energy and reuse it. It's really the next level of efficiency. So all these tools and innovations are fantastic, they're great, but to really truly build the factory of the future, we need a bigger vision. We need a whole new philosophy for what a successful business even looks like. Because you can't just bolt sustainability on as an afterthought. You can't just add a few new parts and call it a day. It has to be woven into the very DNA of the company, from the top floor all the way down to the factory floor. And this is where the triple bottom line comes in. You might have heard it called the 3 Ps: people, planet, and profit. It's this kind of revolutionary idea that says a company's success shouldn't only be measured by how much money it makes. This whole framework balances 3 key pillars. The economic one, that's traditional business. You've got to be profitable. The environmental pillar is everything we've been talking about: cutting emissions, saving resources. But that social pillar is every bit as important. It's about creating systems that actually value worker well-being and have a positive impact on the community. A truly sustainable factory has to be winning in all 3 of these categories. And all of this brings us to what people are calling the future, Industry 5.0. So if Industry 4.0 was all about automation and big data, Industry 5.0 is all about purpose. It's trying to pull all of these ideas together, the triple bottom line, efficiency, human well-being, into one big vision for a new industrial age. Wow. We have covered a lot of ground today, from a bottle of vodka all the way to the philosophy of the future of industry. So let's try and bring it all together. So, what's the big takeaway here? Well, it's that there's no single magic bullet for this stuff. Building a truly green factory means you need all of these pieces working together. You need the smart measurement tools, you need constant innovation on the ground, and you need a new guiding philosophy that values people and the planet just as much as it values profit. And that brings me to you. As you go about your day, just look at the things around you. Think about their story, their journey from that cradle to grave. If you had to pick one, which product in your life would you choose to redesign for a greener future? Definitely something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.